Welcome to this League of Politics Champion Spotlight, featuring Destiny, the master debater.
Oh, Destiny? That's the guy at home that plays the trains all day, you know, going choo-choo konnichiwa.
If any champion is said
When did I say that? What? What did I even reference to?
to be the face of the League of Politics, it's Destiny. He's an extremely popular pick in the current meta and sees play from Iron and Bronze all the way up to the competitive scene in Challenger. Destiny is a very powerful AD carry, with a number of high damage abilities that make use of his top tier rhetoric and loyal cult following. Let's have a stroke and see what the master debater can do on the riff. Destiny's origin story is a tale as old as time. Like other hobbits with humble beginnings, Destiny began his journey cleaning carpets, eventually working his way into management at one of the many shady casinos in Bilgewater. A true boy genius, Destiny resented how his corporate overlords held him back, and he yearned for something greater. One day, while under the influence of mystical fungi, he was bit by a demonic creature called a Zergling, and it imbued him with knowledge of the powerful school of magic called StarCraft. Using his newfound talents, Destiny skyrocketed himself to fame and riches, until he had acquired enough power to start his own cult, known as the Dalaban, or DGG, which stands for something. Destiny's passive is Cult of Destiny. As the master debater, Destiny is a hero to every undiagnosed autist who derives enjoyment from intellectual combat. These nerds and virgins spend countless hours watching Destiny's debates and streams, hypnotized by the master debater's ability to sound correct on literally any position he takes. While the parasocial dynamics that this cult fosters are obviously risky, the master debater is able to leverage his influence into making real-world impacts. One could argue that Destiny's cult is so powerful, they were able to single-handedly tip the balance of power in the United States server by canvassing for Democratic candidates in a razor-thin runoff election in Georgia, thus stopping the Republicans from securing a majority in the Senate.
Victory!
Who says Twitter isn't real life? Destiny's Q is Orbital Command. Destiny summons an Orbiter to aid him in battle. The Master Debater is able to reach into the endless virtual void that makes up his cult, plucking one of them from the crowd and elevating them to Orbiter status. These Orbiters vary in their competence, character, and musical talents.
Burrito, cappuccino, pappuccino, pappuccino, mappuccino, cappuccino, cappuccino.
Destiny's Orbiters provide the Master Debater endless amounts of content in the form of intellectually engaging debate or pathologically self-inflicted drama.
Melina is somebody that likes to go to countries and travel and see things, not somebody that likes to go on a guided tour of London and Paris. You retard.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you want
I
to be,
didn't
you're,
think
hold on.
I'm
After summoning several Orbiters, Destiny can reactivate this ability to perform an orbital strike, sicking his cult members on any enemies outside of the Master Debater's attack range.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know what an NFT is?
quick,
No. Hold on. You just went on a whole spiel. If you don't know how to describe an NFT, you're a technologist, right? So you should be. You put me in the back room.
This is so sad. Talk to me.
Oh, hey, Marquette. All right, so I got the command prompt open. What command do I have to put into make an NFT? Because
So first, example.
And after the letter M, the letter N. So do you know what an NFT is?
So I told him, like, enough tea. Like, enough tea.
And
Like,
real quick,
NFT. Like,
can
what
you
is an
guys stop
NFT? What is an NFT?
Real quick, can you guys stop trying to join the chat because it's full and it keeps on popping up anyways. So.
These Orbiters form an essential part of the Master Debater's content machine. But be warned, if Destiny allows any of these Orbiters to outpace him intellectually, they will turn on their former leader faster than you can say, "Roses are red, Dan has beautiful eyes."
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Destiny's W is Dr. Destiny and Mr. Borelli. Destiny toggles between his two alter egos. While in Dr. Destiny mode, the Master Debater is capable of incredible feats of normality, like having good faith dialogues with relatively normal individuals and going to the gym to make up for his clinically low levels of testosterone.
Have you ever had your levels done? Have you ever checked what your tests
Yeah,
are?
they're
What's
very
it?
low.
What do you think? What number?
The last time I checked is 308.
Wow, that is low.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like nearly subclinical, I think.
At a moment's notice, Dr. Destiny can accidentally ingest enough amphetamines to transform into his deranged schizo avatar form known as Mr. Borelli. While in Mr. Borelli form, Destiny is such a fantastic moron, it's terrifying. His complete lack of emotional control allows him to go berserk, dealing massive AoE damage to any opponents in range.
A lie implies intent, okay?
No.
If I tell you I'm gonna be home by 5, yes, it does, you dumb bitch, okay? If I tell you I'm gonna be home by 5 p.m. today, and I run late from work and I get home at like 5:20, I didn't lie to you.
Destiny's E is a touch of irony.
Oh my
Destiny
God.
acts in very unpredictable ways, leaving a trail of irony in his wake. The Master Debater is incredibly good at debating midwits into taking his ironic jokes too seriously.
And also part of this is connecting me to kind of like a network of...
God, you know it was really good? Fuck. I'll never forget those. But it was around the JF time. I don't remember. I was fighting with a bunch of people, and people like to dig up these old StarCraft 2 logs where I'm saying like, careful at esports events because fucking 15, 16-year-olds are lurking around. These chicks are hot as fuck. Don't fuck your life up. And then people took this as though I've jerked off to 15-year-olds. And in all of this, I think I ended up tweeting out like a big apology where it's like, hey, stuff is like coming out, blah, blah, blah. I just want to admit that like back in 2006, like I did fuck a 16-year-old, and you know, I don't know if I regret it, but I was in high school. It's my girlfriend, right? It was obviously a fucking, if you just do like some simple math, it's obviously what I was saying. And so many people started retweeting this, and JF included, it was like, oh, we fucking got it, we knew it or whatever. It's like, oh my God.
They call them the Jalumni.
That was a good
It's
bait.
like alumni, but for Jews, I guess. Ever since I started the Israel-Palestine arc, I've gotten so many connections. I've gotten like new payment processors.
After falling for the bait, Destiny's enemies are irony poisoned, making themselves look like ignorant fools. However, irony poisoning is a dangerous brew. If Destiny spends too long swimming in his own ironic soup, he can easily end up looking like an absolute artard to the average person who isn't part of Destiny's terminally online cult.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anna. I just make autistic noises. I can't help myself.
Destiny's ultimate is Socratic Steelman. Destiny targets an enemy...
I'm so curious. We've watched a couple of this guy's things before. One,
Is it
his channel is criminally low, but it's also because he puts his time towards writing for jokes that are like kind of niche. I watched this Benjamin Netanyahu one, I think, offline. He is really good at this. I'm so curious like what his background is for this.
champion and steals a percentage of their health, armor, and any of their good talking points. As the master debater, Destiny is able to perform the most effective debate tactic in League of Politics, Steel Manning.
I would make a more extreme statement. If you don't know the other side, you don't even know your side. For any debate that you see me have,
Okay. You can go and find, we can find, Jesus, chill, bro.
Destiny is able to perform the most
Oh, I was sunburned for that.
effective debate tactic in League of Politics, Steel Manning.
This is a bait troll. Okay, listen. You can find videos of me where I weigh almost 180 pounds. Okay, I think 177. I think around there, 178, 176 was like the highest weight I got. Okay, I think I'm 155 in this. These like deep seats where you cannot. What am I supposed to do? How do you sit in this? What is this? Why do people have this? I look like I weigh 400 pounds here. If you have like if you have a black thing draped off your body, I think the eye automatically fills in everything. So when you see this, like when I'm looking at this, my assumption is, oh, his. I'm thinking like, this guy's body must be like this. Like this would be my assumption. I think that's what our brains fill in. Don't ever wear black stuff that drapes off your body like this. It's not good.
I would make a more extreme statement. If you don't know the other side, you don't even know your side. For any debate that you see me have, I should be able to argue both sides better than the person that I'm debating every single time.
Automatic. Still is.
This involves making a better argument for your opponent's perspective than they can make themselves, thereby disarming them with empathy and allowing you to deconstruct their worldview unimpeded by accusations of strawmanning.
This is what I don't like. I agree with everything you're saying, but you have to swap out. I don't believe in the government. Okay. I don't think our government is that unified. We got a ton of different. It's like well, but that's important. So for instance, if you ask me, could the United States have conspired to do 9/11? And if it's like a multi-agency thing spanning hundreds or thousands of people, my initial assumption is going to be very, 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 very low. Now, if you were to ask me, do you think the government lied for fabricating a reason to go into Iraq. Well, who was involved in that fabrication? Now, if you tell me there's a conspiracy there, yeah, maybe, because...
And while most champions prefer to avoid uncomfortable conversations with people of questionable character, the master debater's skillful application of empathy and reason allows him to grapple with even the most extreme ideologies head-on. Destiny needs to be careful using this ability, however. If he steelmans his opponent's arguments too much, he risks becoming the very thing he sought to destroy.
The rioting needs to stop. And if that means like white redneck militia dudes out there mowing down dipshit protesters that think that they could torch buildings at 10 p.m., then at this point they have my blessing. It's still so funny to me that this mowing down got translated to like running over in cars.
The master debater deals tons of damage as an AD carry in the bot lane. His aggressive and erratic nature can be balanced.
Is that really a big difference? Yes, I think that is a huge difference. I think that it's fathomable, it's conceivable that you would defend property with a firearm, you defend yourself with a firearm. It's not conceivable that you would defend yourself by running people over with cars. That's a much bigger stretch. Was that statement really about defending, though? Yes! Wait, what do you mean? The whole conversation had to do with, like, people rioting in neighborhoods, setting shit on fire, and the cops not being able to respond. Yeah, what do you mean? That was the whole context of that conversation. And it was the idea that the BLM protests, riots that were raging on, were like the only shot that Trump had at winning the election. And then listen, if the cops aren't able to do anything, if shit is fucked, what it takes is fucking white militia dudes like showing up with fucking AR-15s and whatever, like that. Yeah, that was the whole context of that. What do you think? It was just like, you think it was just running out and randomly killing people?
Master Debater deals tons of damage as an AD carry in the bot lane. His aggressive and erratic nature can be balanced by laning with a more defensive and tempered support, like Benny Morris or Lex Friedman. Destiny's success lies in properly toggling between his two alter egos, Dr. Destiny and Mr. Borelli. When trying to farm influence with normies, playing in Dr. Destiny mode allows the Master Debater to appear thoughtful, approachable, and in possession of sufficient levels of testosterone. Toggling into Mr. Borelli mode ensures the Master Debater can output enough damage against opponents who are too deranged.
Why do I look so upset? I'm just looking at this person.
Borelli mode ensures the Master Debater...
Who is this person? Gee, what is this camera angle? What is this? What is happening here? This is AI. This is not me. This is an AI version of me.
Debater can output enough damage against opponents who are too deranged to be affected by rational dialogue. However, it's important to remember that Destiny cannot use Socratic Steelman while in Mr. Borelli mode, instead relying on his latent sociopathy and complete lack of emotional control to deal damage.
I understand. Fauci and the CDC, they did get some things wrong. And it's really bullshit that like some of the media, they have like a bias, and I totally understand why you can have like a mistrust in government. And then when you've got other figures like Joe Rogan who are willing to platform voices that are unpopular, platform voices that don't get voiced as much, opinions don't get voiced as much.
One of the things that popped up is this thing that Destiny is a sociopath.
Right. I don't believe any of that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate doing that. Every fucking day I come on stream. What I really want to say is, oh, you think these are good drugs? Let's look at the studies. Oh, you're retarded.
Thank you for watching this Champion Spotlight. Join us next time for a closer look at Joe Rogan, the DMT Demon.